Good morning, team. Welcome to the weekend members video. This will be pretty short. I'm not going to go over any specific stocks today because pretty much, I mean, everything is extended. Um, I'm sending you the watch list, the scan list, and the email. Um, just go through the first, I mean, it's about 300 and some odd stocks. Go through the first 100 and just kind of put your trend lines and everything in there, and then look for pullbacks to buy off either the 21 or a consolidation pattern. But pretty much, I am not entering any long positions for now. I need to see some kind of like you know a holding of this parabolic moves we've had because I mean yeah we can continue going higher, but the probabilities are that we get a pullback pretty soon, especially if we're going into the worst 4 months of the year historically in the market right now, July, August, and especially September. September is the worst month of the year historically. So this is the SPX right here. We still have this gap from back in beginning of June that we just gapped up and we just took off from there. We went 3 ATR parabolic, and then like I always say, guys, whenever see even back here, you hit you hit a higher the higher ups in the probability chart, and then you normally have that mean reversion. Here you hit the 3 ATR, you kind of went sideways, you broke this pattern right here, and then you basically took off, and that was a nice little entry right here. Um, we went up way above 3 ATR, and then what did we do? See, this is the 21, the mean. We went right back to the mean on that. We tagged it. We're right back up again. This could be considered maybe like a double top. We're getting near that 3 ATR again, way up here. So a reversion back to the mean will be somewhere in the 43.55 area. So 43.55 to 40, it's about 90 points away to get back to the mean here. And then also I noticed there we on Friday we had another gap. So now we have this gap back here, which this gap I covered last week. It's about 42.35 area, which is about 200 points away. And then we have this little gap here, which is about 50 points away, which is again the 50 points. We went up in the market, 54 points. We went up in the market on Friday. So it's a one dayer, but it's still maybe this coming week, the July 4th week, that short holiday week tends to be historically an up week. So we might see higher prices on Monday because there might be low volume, so there might not be any sellers around to counteract, and then the retail population is usually they're going to be buyers rather than sellers. So you might get a little higher, hit this higher low here, I mean this higher high here, hit the 3 ATR. We're off on Tuesday. And when we come back on Wednesday, and Wednesday will be that typical turnaround Tuesday from the Friday and Monday rally, and then we might come back a little bit. Who knows? I have my trend lines here to kind of follow, these moves here to see when we kind of have pullbacks. Again, what I mentioned last week, don't buy the dip, buy the strength after the dip. So in this scenario, if you buy the dip, you're kind of waiting for that dip to seize, and then you buy the strength after the dip. So when it clears that last low bar, or even the second to last low bar, and you clear that, that's your entry on strength. And then if you would have bought somewhere in 43.74, you're 90 points higher from there. So that's a strategy that most of the time it works. And if it doesn't, you get a quick stop out and you have a low loss. Like here, back here, you buy the dip, you wait for the strength after the dip, you wait for it clears to that bar. You see you have resistance area here and consolidation. You clear that, you buy somewhere here, and then boom, you take off. So right now, I mean, the market is just it's strong. Obviously, I mean, it's like a common sense. You're looking at it, you're going from lower left to upper right, very strong. So hope you've been taking profits on that. But you know, the market, they're all saying the market, takes the stairs up and takes the escalator down. it took about, look how many days it took to go up, and then boom, within a week, boom, we bring it right back. So we're going uphill parabolic. The higher you go, the harder you're gonna fall. So I am expecting a pullback. That's what I'm setting up for, a pullback. When? I don't know. I was early here. I might be early again here. But well, I'm not early again. I'm still in this one here that I need a little bigger pullback. So this, again, the market is strong, but the headwind coming up is the seasonality. We're going into July. Usually the week after, like I said, the week of July 4th is normally going to be an up week, and then the week after that, so July 10th week on, is when, if we are going to get some kind of significant material pullback, that's when we're going to start seeing the signs of a potential comeback in the market. Okay, so again, going through individual stocks, it's kind of like a moot point. Basically, in this market, everything's working. So if you would have done the work last week, even the week before that, even the week before that, even the week before, I mean, all these days the market has been going up. If you had that watch list and you had your trend lines, and the trend line alert went off, and you would have bought, you would have been profitable. So there is no reason whatsoever this last June, you know, you would not be profitable if you're a trend trader following the trading strategies that I gave you. You basically, very simple. You draw a line, the market clears that line, you buy, and where you stop out, below the line. Above the line is good, below the line is bad. Simple as that. So the theme of this video is just trade carefully, because we are going to have a pullback. It could be 2 years from now. I don't know. If that's the case, then obviously we're going to keep on making money to the upside. But just, realistically, we had this gap here. We had this gap here we haven't filled yet back in June. Most gaps get filled. So I'm still expecting a pullback to cover these levels here. Um, Go through the watch list that I'm sending you in the email as a member. Um, Take the first 100 stocks of that list, because I scan them. When I give you the list, they're scanned by the best composite rating overall on top and over to the bottom. So like those 99 composite ratings, go through those, draw your trend lines, and have a plan. Have a plan for next week and the week after, and have your tight stops, because these next few months could be a little bit rocky. And the July Fed meeting, they might raise interest rates that quarter point I talked about, um, and then the market should be able to have a reaction to that. All right, guys. So put the work in. Keep drawing your lines. Keep at it. Be consistent. Just be consistent. Do your routines every weekend. Whether it's, I've changed my routine to Sunday mornings like that. I could have the full Saturday off from the market after Friday, clear my head, see things a little bit clearly and clearer, sorry, and differently. Having a day off mentally and looking at screens all week through Friday. If you take that in between Saturday off and then Sunday morning, put in a couple of hours, 2 3 hours to kind of like get myself ready for Monday. So that's why I'm not doing the videos on Sunday. So that kind of gives you a new perspective on a clear head, and looking at things in a more um, um, you know what's the word I'm looking for? A more the approach is, it's kind of like a little bit fresher, rather than having continuation from Saturday, I mean from Friday. So just be consistent with your approach. Keep treating this as a business. Do your trade planning. Plan out the week, plan out your trades, put your alerts in, and if you have any questions, I'm always here. Please reach out. Put the work in.